Mm.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's Diego with the beautiful Karina. Today is February the 3rd, 2024. February is passing pretty quick, right? 3 days have already gone by, so you're already a day closer to getting your K1 visa, right? The goal is to get your K1 visa as quickly as possible, but don't be in such a big hurry that you got to have it right today because it's not going to happen. You got to be patient. You got to take your time with this process, okay? You got to be patient during this process. That's the secret to a K1 visa, to a green card, to getting your spousal visa. The secret is number one, be qualified, right, for the benefit. And number two, put together a strong visa package that's going to get approved right away, right off the bat, not without any RFEs. And number two, you got to be patient during the process. Just patience is the key. You watched us, right, go through this process. I was in Colombia, Florida, and I kept doing the live streams for you guys to help you get your visa. Now this channel is your K1 visa channel. It's your YouTube channel. It belongs to you. You guys are here to learn and get this education and get this knowledge so you can get through this process with as little stress as possible, right? And without paying any money to an immigration attorney. Now, I'm not an immigration attorney, okay, guys? I don't give you any legal advice, never, non-zero. And I don't work for the State Department. I don't work for USCIS or anybody in the government. I do this as a courtesy for you guys. I've been through it twice, and it's not easy. And Karina, my beautiful wife, is sitting right here in Florida. She went from Venezuela to Colombia to America. How about that? Can't beat it, right? And Augusta Tempuri has a question. Hi, Diego. Is there a penalty for delaying to adjust status for about a week? No. You're not going to get penalized. The only way you're going to get penalized is if you don't get married within 90 days. When the plane lands at the airport and you check in with the Border Patrol officer, whether it's in Miami, San Francisco, Los Angeles, wherever it is, New York, wherever you are, the Border Patrol officer is going to go on his computer or her computer and create an I-94 for 90 days, which means you got 90 days to get married, okay? Not 91 days. It's not 3 months either. 3 months could be 93 days, right? If there's 31 days in a month. So within 90 days, you got to get married. The I-94 times out after 90 days. The K1 visa terminates when you enter the United States of America. Then the I-94 kicks in with 90 days. Get married in 90 days. You can adjust your status I recommend you adjust your status within 90 days also, because then you'll get your green card a lot quicker. You want to get it done as fast as you can, but you also want to get it done accurately. Francois Livingston, good evening, Diego and Karina. Good to see you too. Well, we're glad to see you, Francois. How is everything in upstate New York? I hope everything is good. And you are in February. You're in a new month, closer to you getting your NOA2 letter, which is good, right? Rambling Man, Kaya Dan, my SEAC has ready status, but I don't have the welcome from Manila. Do I fill out the DS-160 now or wait for the welcome? I don't have an invoice number. Well, sometimes you don't need an invoice number. I didn't need an invoice number. I got the ready status, and then I got the packet 3, packet 4 email. Then I processed Karina's visa interview. I didn't have to get it. I didn't have an invoice number. I used the confirmation number from the DS-160, and I used the case number. So go ahead, if you got ready status, go ahead and see if you can get that visa started, the process in SEAC. Go to the Philippines in the U.S. travel docs and look for the Philippines and see if you can get the process started. Don't be waiting now. If you got ready status, see if you can get it going. Chuck Norris, hey Diego, I sent my affidavit to my fiance in the Dominican Republic. And in the affidavit, I added my 2 jobs I had today. I let 1 job go. Will that be an issue? No, that's not a problem. It's stuff that happened after the fact, right? You can't control it. You could, but don't worry about it. Just don't worry about it. Don't resubmit the form, okay? Just let it ride out. Larry Piercy, hello, old chap. Now you think I'm old. Larry, you're 20 years on me, right? But that's all right. You're a Marine Corps veteran, and we salute you. Augusta Tempuri, I've married within the 90 days. Well, that's good. But we've not adjusted to status yet. Yesterday was the 90 days. Okay, Augusta, don't panic. I highly recommend you adjust it within 90 days. Not that you're going to lose the benefit. If you got married within 90 days, you're good. You got everything you're supposed to do. Now you just got to get all the paperwork together for the adjustment of status for the green card. Okay, you got to put together a really good green card application, and you know what I'm talking about. I've made videos on how to adjust status for green card. So don't worry, Augusta, if you don't get the adjustment of status filed within 90 days. You're not going to lose any benefit from it. It's just going to cost you time for the green card. Chuck Norris, he also has the job letters for both jobs, the one I left today and the one I am still in. Also the tax returns, which includes the job I left today and the one I'm still in. Don't worry about it. It's, immigration understand that things change in this immigration process. All right? Things change. Things change. You're good. And she has her interview this Friday. Well, we're going to wish her well, and she'll go to the scary visa interview and get her visa. And then you can go get her and bring her to the United States, right? You're going to go get her. Chuck Norris, the one job I have is more than the household for us, which is $30,000 for both. Then you're good. But don't worry about it. As long as your income is good, whether it's one job, 3 jobs, or 5 jobs, you're good. Okay? You're good. Francois, Diego, I printed out all of our WhatsApp conversations and Instagram and pictures. Good. Very good. My fiance thinks that's a little bit much. No, it's not. It's not. So what do you think? No, it's not. It's better to send more stuff to the embassy interview than little. Okay? Immigration officers, they're going to see you. They're going to see your big stack of WhatsApp chats. Are they going to read them? No, they probably won't, but they're going to see them. They might flip through them, but they're not going to read them. They don't have time. They got lots of people to see for the immigration interview. All right, but that's a good thing. Karina was loaded up when she went to the visa interview. Okay, we were ready for everything except the Interpol police certificate, which was like a ball out of right wing. Like, whoa, where'd that come from? But we're good. We got it done. She's right here, happy as a clam. We had a good day today. Good job, Francois, on printing out all the chats. Good job. And Chuck Norris says, thanks, Diego. No problem. And Larry says, not in my mind. No, you're young in your mind, right? Stay young. Stay young is, time goes by. You can't control time, right? You can't control it. We don't have a DeLorean time machine. We can't go back and forth in time. And so enjoy each day with your loved ones, and with this process. And when you get married, enjoy each day with your new wife or husband. Augusta Tempori, thank you, Diego. No problem. You're good. Augusta, relax. Julian ALO. I went to the U.S. travel in the list of countries to create a new account. There's no all countries, and I can't see Kenya. I'm confused. Then you got to email the embassy and ask for the K3, K4. Ask them for the email, the packet 4 email. That way they'll send you a link on where you can start the process for Kenya. Kenya has an embassy. Okay, there's an embassy in Kenya. So don't be confused. Go back and look again. Look for Kenya. There's people getting K1 visas in the embassy in Nairobi in Kenya. So the process is possible. It's being done. People are getting their K1s. Go back and check again. Adam K, I'm in ready status for Bogota, Colombia. Very good. But we are waiting for the packet of instructions. Yeah, I had to wait too. How long did it take? It took about 2 weeks. But that was back in, October of 2023. We're in February of 2024. So the embassy workload changes from month to month. So don't go by what I tell you. For our visa package, because it could be quicker or it could be a longer time frame for you in February. All right. So don't, if it took us 2 weeks for, I think it was like 11 days, I think it was 11 days, almost 2 weeks. But remember, the embassy in Bogota, Colombia's workload fluctuates from month to month. So if you are in the ready status, you should, you're at 2 weeks in ready status. Okay. So let's say this week, what's today? What day is it today? Saturday, right? So next week you should get your embassy letter, your email, packet 3, packet 4. If not, send them another email to the email and say, hey, guys, where's my packet 3, packet 4 email so I can get this thing rolling? Okay, they'll respond to you. JTR3, so what do I need from the beneficiary for the K1 visa? What do you need from the beneficiary for the K1 visa? Her copy of her passport, a copy of her birth certificate, get a police certificate, although it's not required for K1 processing, but get it anyway. So the passport, the birth certificate translated into English if it's in a foreign language, police certificate if you want to. Does she have a college degree? Did she go to university? Get a copy of her college degree, include that in the K1 visa. So immigration can see that your beneficiary has some kind of education. They like to see that because they're going to ask you that question on the DS-160. They're going to ask your beneficiary on the DS-160, did you graduate from college? Karina put, yeah, I did. Include that. Pictures of you guys together, okay? From when you've been dating with each other for what, a year? You've been dating how long? A year? You made 2 trips to see her, right? You got pictures and plane tickets and all that jazz, but they want to see pictures with you and her family and her friends. That's just the basics right there, JTR3. Chuck Norris, Diego is an angel sent from God, biggest helper we can have. Can't thank you enough. No worries, Chuck Norris. I know how this process is, okay? It's not user-friendly. It's mentally stressful. It's mentally stressful. You get, and you think you made a mistake here. Oh, my visa's going to get denied. No, immigration, understand, people are human. They make occasional errors, okay? If you made a big error on your K1 visa package, they'll send you an RFE and say, hey, you messed up here. Fix this. All right? Try to relax during this process, guys. Once you get the NOA1 letter, keep the NOA1 letter. When you get the NOA2 letter, keep the NOA2 letter. Don't lose that NOA2 letter. You got to have the NOA2 letter for the embassy interview. You got to have the NOA2 letter for the green card application. Okay? On the NOA2 letter, on the right-hand side, on the top, at the bottom, underneath your beneficiary's name, is her alien number or his alien number. His alien number, his what's going to be on the green card. Okay? So when you fill out the I-134, okay, the I-134, the Declaration of Financial Support, you're going to get the alien number off the NOA2 letter to put on the I-134. Not many people know how to do that. Lots of people don't know how to do that because there's no explanation anywhere except right here on this channel, right? This is your channel. You get all the answers here that you can't find anywhere else. JTR3, what if my chats are pretty much just video chat and no type messages? Well, JTR3, do you know how to screenshot a video chat? Your chat, I'm talking with Karina. She's in Colombia. I'm in the United States. And I'm talking with her. And there's my face in the corner, right? And there's her picture in the screen, in the chat, in the video chat. Do a screenshot. Print it. Print it. Do a screenshot of the video chat. Okay? There's your picture and there's her picture. And you got evidence of communication. You just don't have evidence of what you're talking about. All right? Make sure you do that. Larry Piercy, except I have tendencies to use capital letters so I can see. Larry Piercy, if you want to use capital letters, go right ahead. This is your channel with everybody else, okay? If your eyes need capital letters to see, use capital letters, okay? Doesn't bother me. And if it helps you, use the capital letters, okay? Augusta Tempore, do I apply to adjust status before I get Social Security number? No, you can get the Social Security number soon as she gets to the United States. You got to bring the K-1 visa. I just made a video on how to get a social security number. I just made a video on how to do it. Watch that video. So it's easy. Susie Goldames. Hello, Diego and Karina. What's going on? I have great news. I booked my fiance's K-1 interview in Nigeria. Very good, Susie. You made it to this point. You got to this point, right? Susie, you made it. You got the interview schedule, right? That's the hardest part. Now you just got to go get the visa interview over with, get the K-1 visa in the passport, and then bring your husband to the United States, to soon to be, right? Good job, Susie. Julian ALO, yes, my case is in transit in Kenya, Nairobi, so I haven't received the packet 3, packet 4, so let me wait. If it's in transit, you got to wait for that email. Okay, wait till it gets to the embassy. It's DHL courier. Okay. Janiela James, hi Diego and Karina. Diego, are you working on submitting your adjustment of status package? I already got it done. I just got to get a few things that I've got to add to the adjustment of status paperwork. Okay. I've got to put I'm waiting for Karina's social security number to come in the mail. That's going in her green card application. I'm going to make a big copy of it and put it in the application. Then I'm going to put her social security number on the adjustment of status paperwork, the 485. I'm going to get her military ID. Got to go back to the military. Got to go back to the base because their computers went down when we went to get it done the first time. So we're going to go back to the military base, get her a military ID. That's going in her green card application. That's a government ID with her name on it and her married name on it, right? That's going in there. I'm waiting for another few more bills to come in with her name. I got her name on the, let me think here. I got her name on the water bill. I got her name on the trash bill. I'm going to wait for the gas bill to come in and her name will be on the gas bill. So that's 3 bills with her name on it with our address together. It'll be, my name and her name, Karina's name, Diego and Karina. On the water bill, the gas bill, and that's going in the green card application. I'm going to go get her a Sam's Club card next week. We're going to go to Sam's Club because she's going to start her business making tortas, Karina's Creations. Get her a Sam's Club card. That's going to go in the green card application. I'm going to get her a library card probably on Monday or Tuesday. That's going in the green card application. But her green card package is all ready to go. I'm just going to add a few more things to give it a little bit more backbone. Okay. And the next live stream on Monday, I'll bring the green card application. I'll bring it in here so you guys can see it. Let me see. Jen S. Diego and Karina. God bless you, Karina. ¿Cómo está? Todo en Florida te gusta? Sí. Do you like Florida? Sí. Mucho. Karina loves Florida, guys. She loves Florida now because it's not hot. That's right. It's 60 degrees here in the northern panhandle, Santa Rosa County. It's not hot. It's not cold. It's like Bogota weather. But wait till August. In August, ask her that question again. Do you like Florida? No, ask her in August. If she does, I'm sure she'll be fine. She's just got to get used to the hot summers. It gets hot here, guys. B Stone Og. Hey Diego, we got approved for the K1 in Kenya. Very good. Waiting for the pickup on Monday. I really appreciate the videos. Now going to Kenya to pick them up next week. My fiance and twins. You got twins. That's great. Fantastic. Your twins are going to say, in 20 years from now, going to say, oh man, I want to go visit Kenya. I want to check out Kenya. When they get to be young adults, they're going to want to go back to, where they were born, right? And visit. JTR3, thank you. You're good, JTR3. Don't worry. Francois did a lot of screenshots for our video chats, clearly showing the date. There you go. There you go. Screenshot everything. Print WhatsApp chats, messenger chats, emails. Francois, look at that super chat. Man, we love Francois. That's the first super chat for February of 2024. Yes. Francois, appreciate your dedication, support to us, K1 visa petitioners anytime. And beneficiaries, more important for the beneficiaries too. I know I'm going to be needing your help when on NOA2 comes in. We're here for you, Francois. I told you guys in Bogota, Colombia, I told Francois, when we get married, and we're married now, we're done. I'm just filling up her green card application like this. So it weighs like a ton when we mail it to immigration in Chicago. I didn't abandon you guys. I mean, it's not easy process to do this mentally, financially. It's not. So I'm not gonna abandon you guys. I'm gonna help you through it. And Francois, thanks for that super chat. Okay, that's the first one of February, and we appreciate you. And B-Stone got approved in Kenya, and Francois did a lot of screenshots on video chats. And Larry Piercy. So even though you have started the K1 visa process and your green card app doesn't hit until, let's say, April 2nd, you pay the new higher price? No. Oh yeah. If we don't apply for Karina's green card, and if I apply for Karina's green card on April 1st, it's going to cost more money. I am going to mail off Karina's green card application on February 28th. Febrero 28. February 28th, I'm going to send it in. Okay? So I got 3 more weeks, and plus I got 3.5 weeks to get more evidence for her to put her in a green card package. Okay? I want to make it strong because we really don't want to have to get in a car, drive to Montgomery, Alabama for another visa interview. I really don't want to do that. Okay? So we're putting together a real strong green card application. So hopefully we don't have to go through another K1 visa or green card visa interview. That's the goal. So February 28th, if you file for your green card April 1st or greater, you can still use the old forms until July 3rd of 2024, but you got to pay the new fee. I made a video about it. So Larry, I'm going to apply for Karina's green card before April 1st. Susie Goldemez, right? And thank you, no problem. And Nadi Olisa, hi Diego, I received my NOA2 today. Okay, what next should I do? Now you're going to wait for the National Visa Center. Nadi, you're going to wait for the National Visa Center to send you a welcome letter. Make sure when you get the welcome letter, you got to print it. Print the welcome letter, because you're going to need that for the medical exam. The doctor's secretary might ask you. I need to see the welcome letter from the NVC. Okay, the welcome letter from the NVC is the K1 FTP email. When you get it, print it, and then you're going to start. Then the National Visa Center is going to call the embassy up and see how busy they are. If they're not busy, they'll assign you a case number and mail your K1 visa package off to the embassy. If the embassy's busy, or the consulate, if you live in India, if they're busy, they'll wait. It'll sit on the shelf at the National Visa Center, okay? Until the embassy's not busy. So what you're going to do now, Natty, is you're going to put your feet up on the desk with a cold Mountain Dew, and you're going to hang out with us on the channel until you get your NVC welcome letter, which could take 3 months. It could take 4 months, 3 months to 4 months. 2 months will be good. And let me see. Francois, thank you again, Francois, for that super chat. You guys, we appreciate the super chats. I get to buy Mountain Dew, although Larry stocked me up on Mountain Dew, and I can take Karina out to eat like breakfast and Hardee's, and she loves Hardee's. Now, Karina doesn't like horseradish sauce. Okay? Horseradish sauce. I was on vacation in England in July of 1996, and I tried horseradish sauce, and it was great. I love it. So Karina said, "Hey, what's this in the fridge?" I said, "It's horseradish sauce." She goes, "Oh, okay. Is it good?" I said, "It's delicious." So she gets a little bit on her finger and go. Karina does not like horseradish sauce. Okay, but I love it. That was yesterday, yesterday. So I don't have to worry about the horseradish sauce disappearing because he doesn't like it. Let me see. Bstone.org. Can my fiance go and get vaccinations since she didn't do them at the medical interview? Sure. but keep the record of the vaccinations, okay? When you apply for, right, the embassy doesn't care really too much if you don't get all your vaccinations done. They care, they don't care. But I recommend you get all your vaccinations done in your home country because it's so much cheaper. Okay, it would have cost me what, about $1,500 to get these vaccinations done for Karina here in the United States, but we got them all done in Bogota for $400. We're talking about 11 vaccinations. Okay, when you apply for your green card, make sure I would include a new 693. I would get a new medical exam done. Okay, with the vaccination records. And it might cost you $170, $200 for a repeat medical exam. But just to cover yourself, because you got some immigration officers who are sending out RFEs because you didn't include the medical exam in your green card application. Well, you did the medical exam in your home country, right? Karina had a medical exam in Bogota on the 9th floor of the medical office in Bogota. But I redid her medical exam. Well, I didn't, the doctor did, the civil surgeon authorized by the State Department. We got her medical exam redone over in a brand new envelope, a new 693 sealed and ready to go with her vaccinations. And I include that in the green card application. So that way there can be no doubt in my mind that I'm not going to get an RFE on the medical. So, it's up to you if you want to, but that's what I recommend you do. Get the vaccinations done, B-Stone, in your home in your fiance's home country. It's much cheaper. Larry Piercy, when did Natty start the K1 visa? I don't know. Ask. And sent to Cali. 93% of all K1 visa applications are going to the service center in California. There are very few that go to Texas. There's very few that go to Nebraska, guys. Okay. California is where most of them go, and it is what it is. Harold A. Hey, from Sacramento. What's going on, Harold, in Sacramento, California? And Francois, put ketchup and horseradish to dip shrimp. Okay. Francois, combinación salsa con horseradish para camarones. Camarones. You can adjust how strong you want it. I don't know, Francois, if I can get Karina to eat horseradish sauce again, no matter what I mix with it. She's like, no. She said, but I love it. Maybe I'll mix it together and then let her try it, and then don't tell her there's horseradish in it. See what happens. Do a secret taste test with the horseradish and the salsa. But Karina will know it's in there, and she'll get mad at me, and then she'll make me eat it. So that's a good idea. Come on, guys. Give me your questions on K1 visas. I'm here for you. I give you all this information for free. All you got to do is hang out for an hour and ask me your questions. Okay? And let me see here. I don't know if this computer, I think the computer thing's working. Rambling Man, Kayadan, LOL. I just went to the SEAT website down for maintenance until 11 p.m. Go figure, right? We drove all the way to the military base from our house. Took us, an hour? And they said to get Karina's military ID and put her into the DEERS, the military healthcare. Oh, you need 2 forms of identification. Okay, here's a passport from Venezuela, and here's our K1 visa, and here's a marriage certificate, and here's the I-94. What else you need? Oh, we got to have a birth certificate. Okay, so we drove all the way back home, got the birth certificate, drove all the way back to the military base to get her back into the computer, and the computers went down. So we drove for 4 hours to get her in this computer, and we didn't get it done. It's ran by the government, of course, right? So I'm not surprised. But we did get Karina's social security number processed, and it should be here in the next week or so. So we didn't waste our journey really so much, but it was just a pain to do all that driving and get nothing accomplished. Harold A., how accurate is the tracking of your visa? It's not accurate at all. It's not accurate. NOA 1 says July 1st. Okay? That's your date. What do you mean NOA 1 says July 1st? July 1st for what? Harold A., I'm tracking my visa through this website. Name, track my visa. Do you know how accurate it is? I never used it. I didn't track it. I don't track the visa. When I filed for Karina's K1 visa on April 14th, 2022. On April 18th, 2022, I got a NOA 1 letter in the mail. 13 and a half months later, I got an NOA 2 letter in the mail. I checked. I created an online USCIS online account, and I would check maybe once a month, twice at the most. And then after 13 and a half months, the NOA 2 letter showed up. Boom, there it is. So if you keep looking and looking and looking and looking in your phone for processing times, you're going to get a massive headache. I don't recommend you do it. I don't recommend you count days, and I don't recommend you keep checking the status. Keep checking and checking and checking. Your mind's going to get wore out. Just say to yourself, here's my NOA 1 letter. In 12 months or less, I'll get my NOA 2 letter. Put that in your head. Okay? And then put your feet up on the desk, get a Mountain Dew, and relax and wait for the NOA 2 letter or an RFE if you didn't fill out the K1 visa package correctly, or you made a stupid mistake. But if you watch this channel, you won't make stupid mistakes. Okay? You'll get it done right the first time. Let me see. Larry Piercy filed July 1st. I filed on June the 27th, heard nothing. Larry, you filed for your K1 visa June 27th, 2023. You probably won't hear from USCIS until May of 2024. Rambling Man, do I make an account on US Travel Docs for her? She also has a K2. Do they need an individual account to pay the fees? No. You're going to have to pay two visa fees, one for the K1 and one for the K2. But you do it on one account. When I got the packet 3, packet 4 email from the embassy in Bogota, Colombia, I followed the directions in that email. They sent me an email. I followed the directions in the email, and I paid for Karina's K1 visa. If you have a K2, then you pay for the K2, and you fill out 2 DS-160s. Okay? You fill out a DS-160 for the K1 and a DS-160 for the K2. All right? You can help your beneficiary. If your beneficiary doesn't speak English, you can help him or her fill out the DS-160. It's not a problem to do that. You just got to put your name at the bottom of the DS-160 to say that you helped. All right? So you just got to wait and follow the directions. And if you have a K1 and a K2, you're going to get 2 visa fees you got to pay. Now remember, the DS-160s are free. There's no charge for the DS-160. You're paying for the visa processing. The biometrics is included in the visa fee. So when you pay the $265 visa fee, that includes the K1 visa processing and the biometrics. They're all included. When you get to the United States of America, and then you're going to pay the green card fee. That the biometrics, you can include the biometrics fee with the green card fee in one check. All right? So you write one check, and then once you've submitted the green card application, you'll get a letter from immigration in a couple of weeks saying your biometrics is going to be here at this address. For us, it's going to be New Orleans, I'm pretty sure. Whoopslap, good evening all. What's up, Whoopslap? Rambling Man, you don't have to create 2 accounts, okay? You create one account and pay for both visa fees in the one account. Larry Piercy, I have the headache. You have that headache. You got that immigration headache, right? I've been there and done that. Get very anxious. Don't get anxious. Don't do that. I like to do things not now, not tomorrow. If you want to do it now, you're going to get a headache, Larry. The K1 visa process is not a now event. It's in the future event. It took us 2 years, pretty much, close to 2 years, 22 months, okay? And then we got married on the beach here in Florida, and everything's good. Now we're building up a strong green card application. It's going to be a strong one. I don't want to go to another visa interview. Let me see here. Francois, if he takes a screenshot of the vaccine proof and we print them out, would that be sufficient enough for immigration? No, you got to have the original vaccination document. Now, in the United States, you could probably do that and send it as a PDF file to adjudicate the vaccinations for a second medical exam. But when Karina went to her medical exam in Bogota, Colombia, she had her original vaccination document in her hand. Okay? All of them listed and dates and what they were. It was the original document. I don't recommend a screenshot. I recommend the original in the hand. Okay. Harold A, thanks. No worries. Larry Piercy, no. I'm sick. Well, don't be. And NADA filed a month after me. Don't compare your K1 visa to somebody else's K1 visa, even if it's in the same country. Immigration do not work around a specific schedule, okay? They don't. Whoop slap. So update on Judd, adjustment of status. We got work documents and travel documents combo card. A few weeks ago, we was able to renew the driver's license, Judd's driver's license, no green card yet. Been 2 months since we filed, still holding. Takes 4 to 6 months. Good job, whoop slap, though, on getting the work documents, okay? That's good. Rambler Man. Okay, so when they send the emails, it will all be included on one account. Right, that's correct. I got it. When the SIAC account comes back up, I'll help her with the DS-160. There you go. Especially if she can't speak English. Karina can't speak English. So I helped her with the questions on the DS-160 because I speak Spanish. So I asked her the questions and she answered the questions. And then, boom, I submitted it to the embassy, printed the confirmation page here, and then flew to Colombia and gave Karina the DS-160 in person for the visa interview. You got to have the DS-160 plus your passport for the biometrics also. So when you go to your biometrics, whatever country it is, bring the DS-160 with you and your passport. Okay, guys? And Larry's talking to NADA. We filed July 2022 or 2023. That's a month after me. And Diego, they heard you. You will probably start charging for DS-160. No, it's a free form. You never get a bill for the DS-160. Okay, it's just a free form. It's $265 for the visa interview process. You got to pay that visa. The man or the gentleman or the lady that works in the consular office, she gets paid from visa fees, not from taxpayer money. Okay, so we basically are funding our own visas, plus all the asylum seekers now apparently, you know. Larry is talking to NADA. And Chuck Norris, hey Diego, just wanted to double check with you. What is the poverty guideline for a household of 2, even though in my house my mom and dad live? Okay, 100% for if you are a household of 2 people, if your mom and dad live in the house, it's no problem. If they're not on your tax returns, they're not counted as dependents, okay? But for a family of 2, at 100% is $20,440. This is for 2024. So if you are a family of 2, you've got to make $20,440 a year minimum to clear the embassy interview. To get the green card, you got to make $25,550. That's for the minimum. So if that's 125%. So the minimum is $25,550 for a family of 2 for a green card application. I would say get a joint sponsor if you make $25,550. Get a joint sponsor because you're right on the line. Okay. If you make $30,000 plus a year for a family of 2, you don't need a joint sponsor. Just my opinion. Larry Piercy, I got a kitty in the house. No, that's your kitty out here. Yeah, our cat Tokyo is right at the door here. And if he's not included in our family events, he gets ornery and he starts whining like a little baby because Tokyo's a year old. Okay, he's 1 year old. He's a little baby, And he'll start crying at the door. I want to come in and play, and I want to join the live stream. K Messenger. Hey, Diego. Hola, Diego and Karina. ¿Qué tal? Muy bien, gracias. La pura vida en Florida. Bien, Karina loves the life. We got my fiance COVID shot today. Okay, good. They did not put her passport number on the receipt. Is that an issue? No. Do you have the COVID vaccination documented in a vaccination card? Is it documented in a vaccination card and dated? Right? That's all you need. It's an official document. And thank you again so much for something. Chuck Norris, thanks, Diego. Once again, I added myself as a dependent in my taxes, but I can't count myself twice, so I believe with my fiance and me, it's definitely a household of two. It's exactly right. Thanks again for the clarification. Here's the thing. When you fill out the affidavit of support, okay, for the green card, the I-864, you're going to put yourself as one, and then you're going to put your family member as two. So your household size is going to be two. Your household size of two, you got to make $25,550 minimum. If you make $25,550 and you are a family of two, get a joint sponsor. You're going to get an RFE. You got to make at least 30 grand a year to get through this process without getting an RFE for a joint sponsor for a family of two. Rambling Man, what would be a good checklist of paperwork to bring to an embassy interview? The embassy will send you a checklist of paperwork that you must bring to the embassy interview. But at a minimum, you got to have passport, birth certificate translated into English, a copy of the original birth certificate, police certificates translated into English. If your fiance lived in a country unless not Karina from Venezuela. She lived in Venezuela, and then she moved to Colombia. She was in Colombia almost 6 years. So we got a police certificate from Venezuela and from Colombia, and then they wanted an Interpol police certificate because she's from Venezuela living in Colombia. So get those. Your financial documents. You got to have your tax returns, your I-134 signed and dated, your tax transcripts, your letter from your employer if you have a job, if you're employed, if you're not retired or anything like that. Tax transcript, your bank statements, 12 months worth of bank statements, and pay stubs, 6 months worth of pay stubs. Bring all that. Larry, I like Tokyo's attitude. Yeah, he's right out here whining like a little baby. He wants to come in and join the live stream. Should we let him in? Let's have a vote. Let's have a vote. This is a republic, right? Let's have a vote. Shall we let Tokyo in on the live stream? Okay, yes or no? Let's have a vote. We're a republic. We're not a democracy. We're a republic. In a republic, we have elections, right? Let's have a vote. Yes, Tokyo can come in on the live stream or no? Jenny Brielle, hi Diego and Karina, what is the minimum annual requirement for a green card for a household of 5? That would be $45,725. $45,725 is the minimum amount you got to have for a family of 5. So make sure you make at least 50 grand so you don't get a RFE for a joint sponsor. Rambling Man, Caillou Dan. Look at that. Fantastic super chat. High five. Woohoo! That's 2. You're the second super chat. Francois was the first person. You're the second for February. Okay. So I think I'll take Karina to eat a big breakfast at McDonald's tomorrow. She likes the big breakfast at McDonald's. Or Hardee's. She likes Hardee's too. The breakfast platter at Hardee's, man, that's great. And they don't pay me to say that, okay? I'm just telling you what we like. So, Jenny Brielle, the minimum income for a household of 5 is $45,725. So make 50 grand a year minimum, and that way you don't get a headache from immigration. Girl Dragon, I love that name, Girl Dragon. Isn't that a nice name, Girl Dragon? It's like you're a leader. It's like a strong name right there. You're a leader. Go Dragon. Hi, Diego. Hi, Karina. So glad to see you guys. My fiance finally got approved for her visa. I'm so excited. Yee! We're excited for you. Fantastic. Fantastic. High five. Larry Piercy voted yes to let Tokyo in on the live stream. So we need one more yes and we'll let him in. Okay. Right now we need, in a republic, we need more than one vote. We need two for this. Francois Livingston, I vote in favor of Tokyo. Okay, mi amor. Tokyo. Bien. No bien. That's two. In the Constitutional Republic of the United States, Tokyo is being allowed into the live stream. So now Karina's going to go on a hunt for Tokyo. He was out the door a minute ago. I guess he got bored waiting for us to let him in. K Messenger, affirmative. It's a letter and receipt with all pertinent information. Thank you so much for your great help and advice. I feel very fast with your help. So you got it done quickly with our help, right, K Messenger? Jay Brielle, okay, we're above that. There you go. Jenny Brielle, you're good, right? 45,725 is the minimum. Look, there's Tokyo. There he is. That's the big crybaby. He's a big crybaby. You know, he wants to be included in what we're doing. There he is. So Tokyo, thank everybody because you were elected to come in here. It was an election, okay, and you were granted permission.
Gracias.
Go Dragon! Whoa, look at that super chat from Go Dragon. Thank you, Go Dragon. We're happy for you, Go Dragon. That's a great news on your part there, okay? We can't wait for you. We can't wait for everything to come together for all you guys. And now Tokyo is on the floor licking his paws. So he tried to come in here. Now he's licking his paws. It's like, okay, thanks. I'm here. Let me see. And the K Messenger voted for the cat, Larry, and Excedrin. Well, for the headaches from all this immigration stuff, right? Ramblin' Man, Hardy's breakfast platter is great. Get it with sausage instead of bacon. Okay, Ramblin' Man. We usually get it with bacon. But I tell you what, we're gonna go tomorrow. We'll take your super chat and go to Hardy's and get the breakfast platter with sausage instead of the bacon. That's a good idea. Mañana muy temprano se le casa para desayuno in Hardy's. Karina's in on that. Okay.
Yes.
So if you have any questions on this K1 visa process, I'm here to help you. If you want to know what the minimum income is, I'll tell you what it is, all the way up to a family of 14. If you are a family of 14, you got to make $106,250 a year. And that's the minimum. Let's see here. Got Susie. Yes. Okay. So everybody voted for Tokyo. He's here. Now he's laying on the floor like this, doing this. He's just laying on the floor. No, he's rolling over. So he's just happy to be with the family. Christy Garcia. Hi, Diego. We finally got approved 2 days ago. There you go. How long does it typically take for our case to be transferred to the MVC? Saludos para ti y Karina. Well, thank you. También para ti. It takes between 2 to 3 months. 2 to 3 months for the USCIS to mail your approved visa to the MVC. Okay. The National Visa Center is in New Hampshire. The National Visa Center does not approve or deny visas. The National Visa Center for K1s is an adjudication. They will look through it to make sure there's any blatant errors that could have been missed at USCIS. If they find a blatant error that was missed at USCIS, they will send the visa package back to the USCIS Service Center and say, you messed up here, fix this. But that only happens probably 1 in 50,000? So once it gets to the MVC, they will then put it on the shelf and wait for the embassy to get not busy. Okay? If the embassy's busy, your K1 visa is going to sit on the shelf at the MVC until the embassy gets unbusy. Then they will mail it through a courier service via DHL. They'll assign you a case number and boom, then you're going to wait for in transit. In transit means that your K1 visa is in an airplane flying to your beneficiary's home country. All right. And it happens pretty quick. For Karina, it was like 1 day turnaround. It's only takes a day to ship stuff to Bogota. And if it's U.S. government, if it's a U.S. government mail, it probably bypasses the U.S. Customs or Colombian Customs and goes straight to the embassy. But good job, Christy, on getting your K1 visa approved. Good news. Larry Piercy, can you handle my estate if this USCIS gives me a stroke? It's not going to give you a stroke, Larry, as long as you don't let it get to you. But I can handle your estate very easily, Larry. Okay. But here's the deal. You just got to relax. Don't get all nervous. Don't stress it out. Put your feet up, relax, watch a movie, watch a video. After the live stream, Karina and I are going to watch a movie. I haven't watched movies in years. Muchos años. No, yo no miro película. I haven't watched movies in years. And Karina, we get married and Karina likes to watch movies. I'm like, okay, we'll watch a movie. And they're in English. Okay. So that way Karina can learn English. So it's great. We'll watch a movie. I don't know. Maybe we'll watch Crocodile Dundee tonight. Because that's it. Yeah. She probably doesn't know what that movie's about, but she'll find out, right? Beestone Og. Should I wait to get married? Then we apply social security number because I wanted to change her last name. Okay, here's the thing. Let me explain to you, Beestone Og, about social security numbers. Let me explain it to you. Karina went and applied for her social security number. They took her passport, and the social security card is going to come to us with her current mom's name from Venezuela. Okay. All right. Because the social security number is only good for 90 days. Okay. During the period of the I-94. So you got the social security number. You're allowed to get it. It comes in the mail with Karina's maiden name on it, not my last name. We then have her social security number, which means I can put her on a bank account, which means I can get her a driver's license or whatever. Okay. When we apply for the green card, which takes what? It'll take 3 or 4 months. When the green card comes in, right? Here's our green card. When you fill out your form 485 for your green card, Karina will have my last name on her green card. It will, say Karina Ross. We will then go back to the Social Security office, the administration office, with her green card, and they will go in their trusty computer and they will update her legal status from her maiden name to my last name. That's if you want to get the Social Security number before you get the green card. Now, on the 485, I think it's on page 3, you can check boxes that says Homeland Security will apply for your Social Security number for you, which means the Social Security card will come in once your green card gets adjudicated with your husband or wife's last name on it, if you so choose to take the last name of your husband. Or you can go to the Social Security office with your K1 visa, your I-94, your passport, and your marriage certificate, apply for your Social Security number. It takes 2 weeks. It comes in the mail. It's going to be under Karina's maiden name. It's not going to have my name on it, but she has her Social Security number. I'll include that in her green card application. And then when her green card comes in, it's going to say Karina Ross. I will then drive her back down to the Social Security office, and we will update the information, and they will send us a second Social Security card with her married name on it. Now, remember, you can only get 3 times a Social Security card. You can only get it 3 times. Okay. So if you lose one, or if you want to change something, you can only do it 3 times. So that will be the second time. And then that's it. We're done. You got it? You understand it, right? Ross Lee, hello, Diego and Karina. Diego, you made a video, I believe you were still in Bogota, where you explained the process when you got the issued status for Karina's passport, the steps to pick it. Yeah, I did. It's easy. You want me to go over it with you? Okay. You want me to explain it to you? The process when you get the issued status for Karina's passport. So I looked on my phone in the SEAC. You go into SEAC, And I looked on the phone, and my phone in Bogota, and it said issued. I said, hey, Karina, guess what? Your passport, your K1 visa has been issued. The next day, we got up, we got on the bus, we rode the Transmilenio bus from down to downtown, to northern Bogota, because the office is in northern Bogota, and we walked in there, and we picked up her K1 visa. That's how it is. But you get the status, you can't find it. Go into the SEAC account. Go into the SEAC account. SEAC. What is it? SEAC.gov, I believe it is. Let me see here. I'll tell you what it is. Hold on a second, guys. I'm trying to figure this out. I think it's SEAC.gov is what it is, guys. I really do. It's SEAC. Yeah, right here. It's SEAC. SEAC.state.gov. SEAC.state.gov. Go in there, and you can look up the status of your K1 visa. We looked it up. It said issued. I'm like, hey, it's issued. Issued means that the embassy processed the paperwork and sent it to the place where you pick up the visas. In Bogota, it's near where you have your biometrics. It's in the SEAC account, Ross Lease. You got it? I meant the process to physically pick it up from the office. What did they ask you to provide? Well, Karina had to provide her cedula from Venezuela, her cedula from Colombia, and her birth certificate. Okay, you got to prove identification. Cedula, Colombia, cedula, Venezuela, and the birth certificate. Bring those documents, okay? That's what you bring with you. If you just bring your if you won't have your passport, obviously. If you just bring one form of ID, they're going to ask for 2 forms of ID. Okay? In Colombia, cedula Venezuela, cedula Colombia, birth certificates. If there's any K2 children, you must bring the birth certificate to the child, the originals. Let me see. Larry Piercy, I'm going to suggest my boss keep her last name on her passport. She can have passport in both countries. Yeah, you can do that, Larry. No problem. It's all good. But Karina, okay, is going to get a U.S. passport, because when her green card gets here, I'm going to check the issue date on her green card, and then we're going to calculate 3 years from the issue date on her green card, and that's the countdown for her to become a U.S. citizen. Because we're done with this immigration stuff. Okay, we're sick of it. Like, I'm sure you guys are sick of it, but we're going to keep the channel going. We'll show you how. We'll keep the channel rolling for you guys. Okay, so you can see how we adjust the status for green card, and we'll go to the U.S. embassy. We'll get the U.S. citizenship for Karina. We'll keep going with the channel as long as you guys keep watching. We'll keep doing the live streams. But Ross Lee, I meant the process to physically pick it up from the office. You go to the SEAC, you look for issued, you go down to the office, bring the 2 forms of ID plus birth certificates, or 1 form of ID and birth certificate. The original birth certificate, they may ask for a copy. So make a copy of it before you go, so you can just give them a copy so that they don't have to go find a copy machine. All right, you got it? And that probably applies to every country. Larry, you missed the second part of my comment. You said she can have the passport in both countries. It will be what? You didn't finish it. You didn't finish what you were trying to say. You got to repeat. I guess YouTube doesn't let you write a bunch of stuff. You can only write so much, and then they cut it off. But I'll be glad to mention the second part, Larry. Just repeat what you said. You got it? Pick up so we went down, we got on the Transmilenio bus, we went downtown Bogota, northern Bogota. We picked up Karina's passport, and I looked in her passport. I made sure there was no spelling mistakes, no typos, okay, in her K1 visa. No errors. It's got to be perfect, okay? I said, okay, Karina, your K1 visa is good to go. Then we left there. We ate breakfast. We went and ate, crepes and waffles?
No.
No? Where did we go? We went somewhere and ate breakfast.
Pollos.
Oh, we ate
Pasta
chicken. Oh,
pollo.
yeah.
Pasta pollo.
Yeah, we ate this. It's like all they sell is chicken. It was like delicious. We went in, ate this. We bought half a chicken and ate it. Then we jumped on the bus and went to Avianca and bought the plane tickets to Miami, from Bogota to Miami. And Tokyo, our cat got a free ride. I didn't have to buy a plane ticket for Tokyo. They checked him as carry-on. So how about that? You know, they checked him as carry-on. Larry Piercy, it's easier for us to navigate in both countries. American passport, my name, Thailand, her original name. Okay. If you plan on going to Thailand for vacations, I can understand that. I mean, that's a good idea. Go hang out in Thailand, go ride the elephants, go eat some Thai curry. A hot Thai curry sounds good, right? Yeah, you can do that. It's perfectly fine, Larry, to do that. But for Karina, she's going to become an American citizen. In August or September, we're going to take a vacation. We're going to go to check out Las Vegas. She wants to see the lights of Las Vegas. Okay, we'll go to Las Vegas and we'll fly on her Venezuelan passport or her green card. She'll have a green card by then. So she'll travel on her U.S. green card and I'll travel on my driver's license. And we go to Las Vegas. We'll make videos there for you guys. Maybe we'll do a live stream from Las Vegas. Tell me if you want us to do that. We'll make a live stream from Las Vegas one day. Let me see here. And then when Karina gets her U.S., she's going to get her American passport. She'll keep her Venezuelan passport, but we're going to get her an American passport, and then we're going to fly on that. Hopefully, we'll be able to fly to Venezuela. Hopefully, in 4 years from now, we'll have a new president, and hopefully this year, November, Venezuela gets a new president. You know, so the country can be free again, and then American tourists can go back and spend their money there and help the citizens of Venezuela. I'm watching Venezuelan TV here in Florida. We're watching Venezuelan TV, and at the bottom, you know, on the ticker, when you watch like TV, when you watch news, they get this thing that runs along the bottom of the screen. Do you know what they run on Venezuelan TV? We need medicine. We need this. We need water. We need this medicine. We need this medicine. I mean, Venezuela is in a bad shape, guys, and it's in bad shape. It's the richest country in South America with oil. But the communist government there is destroying their economy. They need new management. That's a good way to put it, Larry. You're absolutely right. Venezuela needs new management. We're watching Venezuelan TV and they're bashing Maduro. I'm like, man, are they going to disappear? You know, so they have freedom of the press there, apparently. But their country is economically in destruction. You know, the hospitals most hospitals don't even have water connected. You can't, if you're in a hospital in Venezuela, they got no water. You know, it's horrible. It's terrible. I mean, it's just horrible. And Larry put, Yahoo, Las Vegas, Viva Las Vegas. We're doing the same. There you go. And then Larry says, Trump. And then they put, Venezuela needs new management. They need Joe Biden. He's available. Yeah, I think Joe Biden would make a good president of Venezuela. I don't see much difference between him and what he's doing to our country. But that's okay. The Congress also of our country, they're the ones that control the money, right? They're the ones that spend the money. So you really can't blame Joe Biden for spending money and putting us into inflationary problems because it's the Congress that spends the money, not the president. So, you know, everybody blames Trump for this and blames Biden for this and blames Obama for this, but the president doesn't spend the money. The Congress does. Come on, guys, give me some more questions for K-1 visas. What about green cards? How long is the green card good for? When Karina gets her green card, how long is it good for? It's good for 2 years. Your green card is temporary. It's a 2-year probationary green card. There you go, Larry. You get a big 100% correct high five. Your first green card is good for 2 years. Look at the expiration date on your green card. When you get it, come back 3 months. So let's suppose your green card expires December 31st, 2025. October 1st of 2025, you're going to have to lift the conditions. 3 months, come back 90 days, and then you're going to have to lift the conditions on the green card and apply for the 10-year green card. If you do not lift the conditions on the 2-year green card within the 90-day time frame, like I just said, if you wait for 2 years and a month, let's suppose you lift the conditions after 2 years and a month. You're going to be denied your 10-year green card. You must do it 90 days before your 2-year green card expires. You apply for the 10-year green card. When you get the 10-year green card, then you're good. You're good to go. You are now off of probation. They take the ankle bracelet off your ankle. All right. You're in America now. And if you forget to renew your 10-year green card, okay, no big deal. They're not going to deport you. They just say, hey, you got to renew your green card. Okay, I'm sorry, I forgot. But if you don't renew your 2-year green card and lift the conditions on it exactly 90 days before it expires, give or take 5 or 10 minutes, you get deported. I'm serious. But you get your 10-year green card. If you forget to renew your 10-year green card, it's not going to be a major emergency. You're not going to get deported. You're not going to have any problems. You're just going to go, oops, I forgot. And then they'll just say, hey, and then you go ahead and apply for renew your 10-year green card. But the 10-year green card basically is permanent residency, and you're perfectly good to go. And then Larry Piercy, can we apply 6 months before? No, for U.S. citizenship. You got to wait 3 years. You got to be you got to be in the United States. I would say don't leave the United States. Don't stay in America. When you get here, stay here. Become an American. After 3 years from the issue date of your 2-year green card, you can apply for U.S. citizenship. Citizenship for 2 years or 9 months. Yeah, you can apply for U.S. citizenship at 2 years and 9 months. That's correct. You can do that. Furious Ram, hey Diego, our SIAC account says issued. How do we know when to pick it up? It's ready. Go get it. They just told you it's issued. Go pick it up. You're good, Furious Ram. Go get it. Larry Pearson, you have talked all these folks through the visas. I think so. That's why we do the channel, Larry. To help you get your K1 visa or your green card or your 10-year green card or your spousal visa or your IR1 visa, your CR1 visa, or your tourist visa. I know a little bit about B2s, tourist visas, okay? If you are in a K1 visa process and you want to come to America as a tourist, you can apply for a tourist visa, a B2. Now, I'm not going to say you're going to get it approved. The immigration officer at the embassy might say, well, you're in a K1 visa. Why can't you just wait for the K1 visa? Then you're going to come to America permanently. Why do you need a tourist visa? Well, I want to see my sponsor. I haven't seen him. I miss him or her. You can travel to the United States on a B2 tourist visa, okay, while you're in the middle of a K1 visa. There's no law that says you cannot do that. But it is up to the consular officer at the embassy to make the call, yes or no. If they deny you a tourist visa because they say you're in the middle of a K1 visa, it's not going to deny you the K1. You're good. Then it's not going to hurt your K1 visa at all. They're just telling you to be patient and wait for your K1. That's all. Furious Ram, Diego, I want to thank you. I've been following you and doing everything you said, and now we are at the end of the K1 journey. There you go. High five, Furious Ram. We got you through it. You got yourself through it. Okay, but you just needed a little bit of extra information, and this is the place to be. I mean, you go online and I read some of these blogs online about K1s and this, and it's totally wrong. The information is totally incorrect, and people are making bad decisions based on stuff they read online. Okay, on I don't know. Anyway, Larry Piercy, my probation officer, is looking for me. No, he's not. Larry, come on, you Marine. You're a Marine combat veteran. Denise Jefferson. Whoa, hey, Denise. Diego, my packet 4 is reading as if we need our original package and a copy of the documents. Was this your experience? They're all the same emails, so I would have to say yes. And what you regarding? Yeah, if you can bring did you make a copy of your K1 visa package? Here's the secret, guys. Denise, here's the secret. Here's your K1 visa package, right? Here it is, sitting on your desk. And tomorrow you're going to mail it to the lockbox in Dallas. Before you mail it, make 2 copies of your K1 visa package, total, exact copies. One for you at the house, okay, in case immigration lose your first package, and then another copy for your beneficiary. Now, when I was flying back and forth to Bogota, Colombia. I was like on a Greyhound bus schedule, right? So I flew to Bogota. I mailed Karina's K1 visa package off to the lockbox in Dallas, and I had all this, like 4 volumes of stuff. And I put it in my carry-on, and I brought it to Bogota and said, hey, Karina, here is an exact copy of the K1 visa package that I sent to the lockbox in Dallas. She said, okay, thank you. When it came for the visa interview, there was stuff in that copy that we needed. I'm like, okay, well, we need this, and we need that. So make 3 copies of your K1 visa package. One, actually make 2 copies, not 3. Make 2 copies. You mail 1 to the lockbox, right? You got 3 now. You mail 1 to the lockbox. You got a copy for you at your house, and you bring a copy to your beneficiary. So there's no way that if it gets lost at USCIS, you have a copy. You got a backup. And then when you go to the visa interview in Colombia or wherever it is, in Denise's case, it will be in Nigeria, your beneficiary has a copy of your K1 visa package. So if there's anything that immigration asks for, you got it right there. Oh, we need more evidence of communication. Okay, boom, here you go. Do you see what I'm saying? So Karina had an exact copy of the K1 visa package that I sent to the lockbox in Dallas. She had an exact copy, and it was on top of our closet in our apartment. And we'd look at it, we're laying watching movies, and we're looking at the K1 visa package like on top of the closet for a year. I'm like, man, this thing's taking so long, but it's just a waiting game. So yeah, exactly right, Denise. An original package, I would get a copy to your beneficiary if you can. And that was our experience. Exactly right. Jason Mabry, no interviews available in Ghana for the last 6 months. No, I put that out. I contacted my senator, and they said just to wait for the embassy to contact us for the interview. More waiting and waiting and waiting. You pay your senator. Your senator makes $175,000 a year. Your senator works for you. So that's not a good enough answer. You need to call your senator back and say, hey, Mr. Senator, I want you to get off your lazy backside, and I want you to call the embassy in Ghana and see if you can help me get a visa interview. I don't want to hear these excuses coming from these lazy slacker politicians. What do? They work, 3 months out of the year, right? And they get paid all this money. And I tell you what, my senators, they know me personally. Okay, I've known them. I have an advantage there that I know them personally, okay? But they work hard for people working on K1s. Senator Rubio has an office in Miami. Senator Rick Scott has an office, okay, in Tallahassee. They work hard for people having problems with trying to schedule visa interviews, or they get issues with immigration. They do a good job. So, and it's not, I couldn't care less if they were Republican or Democrat. I tell you a good Democrat that works hard for visas is Senator Durbin. He does a fantastic job helping people get their K1s and their spousal visas adjudicated. Senator Durbin does a great job. He's a Democrat. Senator Rubio, he's Republican. He does a great job. I don't care what your political affiliation is. I look for results. I want to see action, results. So get on the phone, call that senator again, and tell him to get his butt in gear and help you. Larry Piercy, it's okay that why they make body bags for other channels. Larry, come on, man. You're not in Vietnam anymore, brother. Come on, you're in Florida now. Furious Ram, it says issued, but it's from Morocco. and they are kind of slow with everything, but Monday he will check. Okay, you're a senator, needs to get off his backside or her backside and get to work for you because you pay his salary. Larry Piercy, should I duplicate the I-134? Make a copy of it, Larry. You can't use the copy I-134 for anything legal because a copy is not accepted as a legal document. So here's what I would do. I would make 2 I-134s and sign both of them. Don't make a copy of the I-134. Print the I-134 and sign it. Print another, it's what, 13 pages, right? Print another one and sign it so you have 2 legal documents. So if immigration lose one, you got a backup, but they won't take a copy. So print 2 I-134s. That's going to be more print, more ink on your printer, but it's worth it as a security backup. Denise Jefferson, just some conflicts in the way the packet 3 packet 4 words things. For example, on the I-134 it says copies only. Is this the sum code for saying originals? It is because you must have original police certificate, you must have the original I-134, you must have original birth certificates plus copies, but not a copy of the I-134. The I-134 will not be accepted as a PDF or a copy or a scan or an email. You got to have the wet ink signature on that paperwork. So hopefully that answered your question, Denise. Larry was last night. Bud Garcia, hello, Mr. and Mrs. Ross from Washington State. Washington State. Now, Bud, I bet it was raining today. I was in Washington State. I think it was in 2001. I had to go to Washington State on military business. I was there for the weekend in July, and it rained the whole weekend. So I couldn't get out and do anything. So not today. Well, great. I'm glad to hear that. So I'm glad. I mean, it was beautiful. I flew into Washington State, and I saw, what's that mountain called? Oh man, there's a mountain there. Can't remember the name of it. Shame on me. But it was beautiful. Was it Mount Whitney or Mount Rainier? Mount Rainier, I think it is. It was beautiful, but I couldn't go out. I couldn't go and do anything because the weather was just so bad. So I just stayed in the hotel. Mount Rainier, that's right. It was beautiful. One thing about being in the military that I liked, okay, was being able to travel. Jason Mabry, you missed my cheeky comment. Jason, I didn't see it. Okay, let me see. Waiting. Oh, yeah. Jason says, waiting and waiting and waiting. Got to do this. Waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. That's how you do it. Denise, I wish there was a way that I could show you some examples of the wording in places, probably overthinking it. I think, Denise, you're fine. You got your NOA 2 letter. If there was any errors in your visa package, you wouldn't have got your NOA 2 letter. You scheduled the visa interview, right? If there was any errors, you would not have been able to do that. So your K1 visa package, Denise, was perfect. There's no errors, no problems. You did a fantastic job. You paid attention to details, and now you're just trying to figure out the next step, which is to get this visa interview over with. And all you got to do is make sure your beneficiary has the original I-134, your tax transcripts, your tax returns, 1040s, W-2s, 1099s, pay stubs, 6 months worth of pay stubs, 12 months worth of bank statements, and highlight where you deposit, whatever it is you do, however you make money, just highlight where your money gets deposited into your bank. That's what immigration, the 3 things they only really concerned about 3 things. The relationship is real. You guys love each other and you want to get married. You don't have a criminal record and you make enough money. That's it. The whole K1 visa package in a nutshell. You love each other. You want to get married and the relationship is real. You don't have a criminal record. That's a felonious and bad, and you make enough money to support your beneficiary. That's it. You meet those 3 things and you put together a good K1 visa package without any stupid typos, you get your visa. Bud Garcia. So we're at Fort Lewis, and Denise, you're overthinking it. Denise, you're good. Relax, Denise. Bud Garcia. I wish I could get my welcome letter, but I know to be patient. Got to be patient. Patience, 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 patience. That's the secret. Okay. Patience, patience, patience. And you guys were hanging out with us for what? You were with me in Colombia. You were with me in Florida. Then you were with me again in Colombia with Karina in our apartment. And, you got to see videos with Karina's family and her brothers and her nieces and her nephews. You got to spend Christmas dinner with us in Bogota. We had a great time. I love Bogota, Colombia. My body doesn't like Bogota. Mi cuerpo no gusta. But I love Bogota, Colombia, but my body doesn't because of the altitude in the mountains was killing me. I'm so glad to be at sea level, guys. Oof. Jason Mabry, my fiance should download the illegal immigrant app and walk across the Texas border and receive a prepaid debit card. Just kidding. Don't do that. Do it legally. But sad we are punished for doing this the right way. We are being punished right now because of politics, okay? That's all. It's all politics. You change the president, and you change the process for immigration. The president controls the frontiers, okay? The borders of our country, they're controlled by the president, right? What is the role of the president of the United States? To protect our frontiers, to make sure that the Treasury Department is printing money, or dollars and the money, and to make sure we have a strong military. Basically, that's his job, not anything else, really. Let's see. Denise Jefferson, Diego, is there a way to send you a snapshot of the letter outside of this live chat? Sure. You can send it to me. I don't use Messenger and Yahoo hardly at all. What was it? Messenger? Is it Messenger? I have a Facebook account that I never use, and I really never use my Facebook account. I don't use it. But you can send me a snapshot in the Yahoo Messenger, and I'll check it out and look it over for you. But I only use that Messenger to chat with my brother. My brother. That's the only time I use it. But send it to me there, okay? In my Facebook account. You can get my Facebook account off of the YouTube account. I think they're connected somehow. Send it to me there, and I'll check it out for you. Larry is agreeing with Jason. So should I copy all the financials on the I-134, everything? What, Larry? You got an I-134 filled out, print it, and sign it. Print another I-134 and sign it. You got 2 legal documents, okay? One for the embassy interview and one as a backup, okay? You just want to have a backup. Does the I-134 expire when you sign it? The I-134 right now is good until 2026. So unless your visa interview is in 2026, it's good for right now. That's it, just the I-134. Make copies of your tax returns too. Make a copy of the whole thing, Larry. Denise Jefferson, I don't know what Yahoo Messenger is, and I do not mess around with Facebook. I don't either. I don't use Facebook. I can't stand Facebook. You can send me an email if you want to email it to me. I can send you let me write my email account. Email it to me. Here, this is my email account. That's my email account. Send it to me through email, Denise. Can you see that? Send it to me in a PDF or whatever, and I'll check it over for you and give you my opinion. You're good, no problem. Bud Garcia, well, I have to go. I can cook dinner. Have a good night. We made dinner together tonight. We made hamburgers. We had baked beans, and I got some palm sugar and mixed it in with the baked beans. Palm sugar mixed with the baked beans makes the baked beans more sweeter. And we had, what else did we have? And we had mushrooms, and we had something else, and French fries. Okay, guys, I've been talking an hour and 24 minutes. I'm going to go and log off, and Bud's going to have chicken wings tonight. Well, I'm going to go and get a Mountain Dew and watch a movie with beautiful Karina. She's been sitting here. She wants to watch a movie with me, so we're going to go watch a movie. You have a fantastic Sunday, everybody, and we'll be back for the live stream on Monday at 6 p.m. Okay, guys? Bud gets the last word. Have a good night. Thanks for the super chats. Adios, Larry.
Ciao.
Ciao. Hasta luego. And we'll see you guys Monday.